Okay, guys. I'm actually glad to be back here with you. Doing all this, sharing this content that um, it's really fun. It's really a pleasure doing this. So, okay. That being said, let's get to the point. So this video is going to be all about displacement and absorption. As you can see right here, I've highlighted some things, but I just used this to in during the GJ breakdown that I just sent. So let me clear these and we will recite them again. So um, the idea of displacement, right? I'll start with displacement and then I'll explain about absorption. So the general idea about displacement is that displacement happens when, let's do this. So displacement happens when when price breaks major structural points to form new structural points. I mean, breaking previous structure, forming new structure. Like, for example, we have this higher high, right? So we have this uptrend forming higher highs and high lows, right? So we have something like this, right? So this is just an example. Price doesn't really move in this way. So the idea of displacement is that when the based on how we trade is that we have these three major important things, right? Is we know them, which is structure, S&D, and what? Confirmation, right? So these are the major facts or points that we use during trading. This is our guideline on how to trade, right? And how to build and create high profitability setups, right? So once we have structure like this, we then identify what our S&D, which is the second thing. You find your S&D lying in these areas, right? You'll be constantly having S&D zones lying in these areas where price will leave, break structure, come test, take your entry and go, forming what? New structural points, right? So this in itself now is the idea where displacement and absorption comes, right? So when we come to the realistic movement of price, you'll normally find that price is you'll normally find price moving in this sort of direction, right? In this sort of direction, right? So price doesn't actually move like channels or anything. So you'll find price moving in this direction, right? In the realistic point of view. So now the idea of displacement comes when displacement is actually the move that breaks structure. You want to see a body breaking structure. For example, we have this break of structure right here, right? So we have this break of structure. You want to see the body of the candle breaking here and closing above here. That is the general idea of displacement, right? Meaning that if you are looking to sell from here, right? Because maybe you checked out previously and saw this like a breakout structure. Maybe you saw it like in that point of view. So when you are looking to trade from this area, you want to see price come tap, leave a rejection, and then leave. That is when you want to take an entry with, of course, confirmation, right? But if you see, in case you see a body breaking this level or zone, right, and closing above that, it means that price has now displaced to the opposite direction, we now are creating what new highs and new higher highs and higher lows, meaning that price is not going short anymore, it's going long, right? So that is the general idea of displacement, while absorption is the fake move, I can say, is like a fake move which traps or takes out damn traders, right? For example, you had this maybe like an uptrend, right, where you were looking to sell from here, right? So price comes, breaks this zone, but what breaks this zone is a wick. So once price comes here, it breaks and then it returns, leaving a wick, right? And that candle closes above or within this zone. That is absorption, right? So when a body breaks it and closes below, that's displacement. When a wick breaks it and closes above or within this area, that is absorption, meaning that damn traders who bought in this area had their stop losses right here, right? So there are tons of stop losses in this area, right? So price comes, clears those stop losses, doing what? Taking liquidity, of course, and then continuing up. So now, that being said, let's go to the charts. Okay, so we were having this GJ idea. So okay, so once having this setup right here, so let's now mark our major structural points, right? So we had price coming here from this long-term, very long-term uptrend, right? Then when price came here, it formed this as a what? As a higher high, of course, right? And this as a what? A higher low, right? Then this as a higher high, and this as a higher low, right? So okay, then coming from this, right, so we have this move right here, which is now a lower high, right? So this is why in the breakdown I predicted that price would then go short, because it failed to break structure right here. So okay, let's now return to our topic. So this is displacement and absorption. So when price broke this structure right here, right? So price broke structure here, right? So once the structure was broken, as we can see clearly, a body breaks it and does what? It closes above this line, right? So this is displacement, meaning that price has now displaced this zone. If you were looking to sell maybe from this zone, it's already invalid, right? It's invalid. Invalidation point has been hit. So the body has closed above. Price has now displaced to form what? New highs. That's why it went and formed this high, right? So when price came down, we were looking, of course, at smart money concepts, we were looking to sell from this last down move before the up move, right? This little candle right here. Or perhaps you could have used this, of course. It's just on the basis of your refinement level. So generally I would have used this one. So okay, right, so you are anticipating that, okay, if price comes here, I'm gonna look for buys, right? Yeah, right. So okay, eventually price does come here, and what does it do? If you are someone who doesn't confirm your entry, it means that once price hit this area, you took your entry here, right? You took your long position here. If oh shit, this is a short one. Okay, you took your long position here, right? If you're someone who doesn't confirm and left your stop loss just below and look to target what? This liquidity point, right? So you generally had a 92 pip stop loss with a 640 pip take profit, in which you did not confirm your entry. Remember that, right? So due to lack of confirmation, you got attacked and removed out of the trade by what? This absorption move, right? So this is displacement, a candle breaks and closes above, and this now right here is absorption, meaning that price comes to the zone, absorbs all these liquidity residing just below this zone, right? And then price leaves and goes to create new highs. So if you traded like a dumb trader who doesn't confirm your entry, it means you would have been taken out, right? So so within the idea of what now, of absorption, it means that price came, right, broke, and then came, left this long wick, and then came to the candle came to close within the zone. So this is absorption, meaning that price has not clearly broken that level yet, right? This is just a fake move. Others may call them stop hunts. Yeah, so this in itself is now the idea of displacement yet again. So where do we see displacement once more? So we had this highlight, right, which was our liquidity target from people who bought within these areas due to proper confirmation, right? So if you're a trader that confirms your entry, I clearly see an entry here, right? So we have this breaker structure here. Yeah, that structure being broken, right? When structure is broken, you have your little S&D right here. So this is your S&D zone. Price comes, taps it, and leaves. So this is where a patient trader would have taken their entry, right? So yeah, again, if you drop down to by the rule of 30 to confirm this, you'll see some beautiful fluctuation in the market and displacement to the upside. So I'm not going to do that right now because this video I'm just explaining about displacement and absorption. But if you want, of course, you can visit the video for rule of 30 and see how we do confirm those. So okay, that being said, now I just want to clear this. Okay, so we had this like liquidity target. Okay, so let's say we took a trade here, right? Let's say we went long here, for example, right? Okay, so if we went there, it means that our liquidity target was met. So once the liquidity target being met, look at what happens. So this was the overall high that we targeted, right? And this high becomes displaced by this candle right here. Look at this candle. It breaks and closes above. So this is a clear displacement of price to the upside, meaning that if you were someone looking, for example, a dumb trader would have called this a break of structure, right? Would have been, okay, we have structure being broken here, right? Okay, we have structure being broken. So what do? We come to trade from here. This is being a dumb trader, right? You trade from here. So okay, once price comes here, I take my entry. Okay, you don't confirm it, you just take your entry. So dumb trader would have taken an entry there, leaving a stop loss above there and targeting these lows, right? This actual general low, right? Okay, so what does price do? Price comes and then a dumb trader becomes liquidated. He becomes liquidity because he didn't take into account that this was just a simple absorption, and not a break of structure, right? And this right here was just a simple displacement of price to the upside, meaning that yes, of course, we do anticipate price coming down towards these lows and obviously potentially coming to break this structure, right? So what does price do? Price comes, and yeah, we have what, this S&D zone right here. As I did say previously, that wicks themselves S&D zones, right? So we have this S&D zone right here. So price comes, taps it, leaves this consolidation, right? Breaks this structure right here, breaks this structure, comes down to test what? S&D zones residing just below here, right? With this wick, testing it, taking an entry towards what? New highs. But as I do always explain that price when trading, everyone has the risk appetite, right? So the way on how I trade and how I emphasize and teach to trade is that once price has broken your major structural points, for example, this break of structure right here, you have this clear break of structure, right? Price has now displaced up. As you can see, a body clearly breaks it, closes above, and what do? In your trade now, for example, you took a long here, right? You took this long trade here, looking to target these highs, right? So the minute, let's say just like this, right? So the minute that this price, so the minute that this high is broken, you do what? You adjust your stop loss to break even, right? Meaning that you're never going to take a loss in there, right? And if you are a more consistent trader, right, you like to keep your profits and not lose everything in the end, it's better to take some partials, maybe 50%, 80%, 90%, whatever, 10%, just based on your risk appetite, of course, and what are you targeting to achieve. So yeah, having that being said, now price, as as I said before, uh, left this rejection, right? This rejection right here, forming these equal highs and making this push down, in which I did anticipate that this overall failure in failure to break structure indicates that price is now ready to shift its direction or change its direction to the downside, meaning that we are going to expect to see actual displacements of price, right? Price coming down, breaking this structure, right? And forming now what? New lows, right? So this is what I anticipate in the overall, right? Okay, so this is just my anticipation. Let's leave that for now. Okay, so okay, should have left that one. Okay, so yeah, after this, so once we saw this failure now to break of structure, to break this structure to the upside, we then get to see that price came down, right? When price came down, of course, people, dumb traders, were looking to buy out of these S&D zones, right? So probably the first one was right here. So yeah, okay. So a dumb trader would have set their S&D zone like this. So saying that, okay, so once price comes here, I buy. So price comes, it takes him out. Okay, price is just coming here. When it comes here, I buy. Price comes, takes him out again. What does he do? Okay, price comes here, I buy. My stop loss where? Just below this. So price comes, right? Yeah. And look at what it does. Let me zoom this. Right, so actually dumb trader would have had the stop loss right there, right? So look at what price does. So this in itself now becomes the general idea of absorption. So price comes, right, breaks with what? A wick, and comes to close above this this zone, meaning that all people at the stop losses right here are taken out, and they missed the shot to the upside, which would have at least given them something, or maybe break even or something, right? So yet again, price comes up and does what? It doesn't break structure, it displaces structure, right? As you can see, let me just whoosh. I like to keep my chart simple. Sorry for this, but I'm gonna have to clear these. So yeah, right, so this is what we have. Yeah, so as you can see now, price comes up, right, and we have this right here. So price came up, created this trendline liquidity, right, with these equal highs right here, and then ran all that liquidity, ran these equal highs, and ran what, this liquidity sitting above these swing highs, right? So let me clear these for a sec. Okay, so okay, that being said, we had these, as I said before, a wick in itself is an S&D zone. So if people or dumb traders who are looking to trade these areas without confirmation, of course, meaning that once price just came here, they took their entry, right? Okay, if price comes to this zone, I'm gonna sell it, right? I'm gonna sell it, and the stop loss is above what, above the highs. So what does price do? Okay, someone say, okay, if price comes here, I'm selling it, my stop loss just be above these highs. So price comes, runs, takes them out and leaves, right? So this in itself is the general idea of displacement and absorption, meaning that there are gonna be real moves with displacement in them, meaning that price is now shifting its direction, forming new actual price points, and the idea of absorption, meaning that they're just manipulation moves, stop hands, taking dumb traders out of the market, right? So yeah, that's it on this one. I hope you all understood, and leave a comment. Thanks and peace.